Hey everybody, Ryan here, and I have a 3-year-old, I think she's an Andalusian Frisian cross, is that right? And we're working on teaching her to stand still at the mounting block. And standing still has been a subject that we've been working on with her in lots of other ways, standing still to be groomed, saddled, blanketed, you name it, just anytime we need a horse to stand still. That wasn't super easy for her. You know, she's very playful and likes to investigate everything that's going on, so it leads to her just kind of going, what's that over there, you know, squirrel, and getting distracted. So we run into the similar thing with the mounting block, and she's got about, 15 rides or so on her now. And I've been mounting her from the ground. Now we're going to start mounting her from the saddle, or from the mounting block. I like to get horses used to this mostly because the clients that ride these horses a lot of times use a mounting block. It's also better for their backs. In the wintertime with all of our winter gear on, it's a little harder to get on from the ground. Not that it's impossible, but you know what I'm saying. The mounting block is easier. So anyways, it's a good thing to do to teach them to stand still. Now, what I find a lot of people try to do is they have their mounting block here, and they bring their horse up to it, and then they go to get on, and then the horse moves away, like she just did. And so then they circle the horse back around from the mounting block. Now, think about this from her perspective. What is she learning to do and associate the mounting block with? Moving around, because that's what she's doing, right? And we kind of got her close. You know, we could almost give it a try. But it'd be a little bit of a leap of faith here, right? So instead of doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to back her up away from the mounting block, and I'm going to release her to the mounting block, okay? So the side that I want to mount from is her left side. So to start the process, I'm going to put a little pressure on her out here and disengage her hindquarters and move her around, not for very long, just about that much. And then I'm going to line her up and keep her landed at the mounting block. Now, from this point on, it's her job to stand still. But what I'm not going to do from this position is hold her here with my lead rope, with the rein. I don't want to try to make her stand here. So I'm going to bring my energy down. I'm going to pet on her here, and I'm going to go to move on it, and she walked off. No big deal. I'm going to let her walk off. Now I'm going to come down from the mounting block. She wanted to move her hip that way. So now I'm going to over-agree with her, and I'm going to go, oh, if you want to move your hip that way, let's move your hip this way. But can you guys see how different my body language is? And so I'm wanting to be very obvious to her that means move your hip away. When my body language is down, and I'm here, and I'm rubbing her, this means relax and come down with my energy. So let's try it again. And now, normally I would have released her right there at the mounting block right away, but I wanted to show you that when I get them to the mounting block, my intention changes, okay? So now my energy's down, I'm petting her, I'm gonna rub here, and I'm coming over to the mounting block, but I'm not thinking about getting on her, I'm just thinking about giving her lots of opportunity to leave the mounting block, okay? I'm not trying to make her stand here. See her drop her head there? She's choosing to get relief at the mounting block. Now, a little secret, this is my second day of doing this. Yesterday, same thing kind of happened, and I went, oh, that would be a good video to show everybody. So I wanted you guys to see this process. Now, again, as a trainer, it's not my job to manage a horse and get them to where I can do something with them. It's my job to prepare them to have ownership of each maneuver that we want them to do. And for me, a maneuver is standing still at the mounting block here. Something we want her to be really good at. So my job is to get her to where anybody, even if they didn't know how to get on a horse, could come up here and, oh my gosh, how do I do this? Oh, I can't quite figure out how to get on. Which leg do I use? And they just move around up here, and it's like anytime she wants, she can move off. Now, this time she's choosing to stand still here, which is great. But I think you guys could see, and I can tell, it's a little bit surface level, which means, like, so this morning I warmed her up really well on the ground before we do this. You know, she's a colt that we're kind of riding, so I prepared her for this. I didn't just bring her in here, saddle her up, and try to get on. If I tried that, I bet she wouldn't be standing here right now, is what I'm saying. So instead of just accepting this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down from the mounting block, and I'm going to take her away from the mounting block, and we're going to do the same thing. So now, instead of being reactive, we're being proactive. We're preparing her. See, it's a little less fun to be over here Because over here is where I ask her to move her hindquarters. And I bring my life up, and she would rather me keep my energy down and not give her any sort of serious look. So again, line her up for the mounting block. Now, she's not there exactly perfect. So another mistake that people can get into, and one thing I want to point out here, see her licking and chewing here? She just found relief coming over to the mounting block. She knew that once we got here, my energy was going to come down and she could find relief here and settle here. That is the key. Now, what a lot of people would tend to do here, there she got distracted, they would start fidgeting and try to get her exactly right. And you want to get them in the ballpark of the mounting block, whatever that is for you, but I don't want to be super, super particular, okay? Because if I bring my life up and I swing my rope at her or I push her with my hand, any of those things is going to be adding pressure at the mounting block. I don't want to add pressure at the mounting block. I want her to find relief here. So she's not exactly where I want her to be. My life is down. I'm going to rub on her. I might come over and just adjust that mounting block myself, okay, and climb up here. That way I didn't have to put pressure on. I could have gotten her exactly where I wanted her, but then I would have been putting pressure at my target, at the place that I was trying to get the horse to find relief in. So you can do as many repetitions as you want with that, but from this day forward, she's going to know it's her job to come up to the mounting block and stand still. Now, as I go to get on, I want her to stand still to get on too, and she's kind of been in the habit of walking off. That's a separate issue. Once you go to get on, now I might fix that under saddle, okay? Because if I can put my foot here and go like this and she doesn't walk off, I don't want to hang out on the side of the horse for a really long time. I kind of want to check them and then go ahead and get my leg over and go to the next safer position. Okay, so if she goes to walk off, then I'm going to fix that in the saddle, and it wouldn't be standing still at the mounting block, it would be like standing still just period when I first get on, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and step on. She's kind of fidgeting around. Again, standing still for this horse is kind of difficult regardless. So now I'm just going to make that uncomfortable for her to move by bringing my life up, and saddle. Bring my life down here again. She walked off again. Now, I could pick up the reins and I could manage her. That's not the point. The point is to get her to stand still for anybody to get on, no matter what level of rider they are. Can anybody get on this horse? That's the goal that I have in mind. So again, then I drop the reins and I commit to letting her make those mistakes. That is the key. A lot of people tend to, it's kind of more human nature to, see there she found relief now standing still for me to first get on her. And what's interesting is she didn't walk off, she didn't have a habit of walking off when I would mount from the ground, but she had a habit of walking off from the mounting block. And I think it's because the mounting block adds another element of like, you know, they're feeling a little more controlled by having them stand exactly there, a little bit more pressure, a little bit more claustrophobic by being right by the mounting block. So anyways, just wanted to show you guys that today. That's where we're at here with Barcy, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed these videos, and make sure you subscribe so you get notified when the next one's out. So thank you guys for watching.